What's going on, Pokemon trainers? Welcome to episode 69 of Gotta Watch 'Em All, the podcast bringing together trainers from every corner of Pokemon fandom before watching along with an episode of Pokemon the series, starting all the way back at episode 1. But today we're going to be watching episode 69 to master the unexpected Pokemon puns.
This episode is full of them.
Puns? It is. It's unexpected.
It's really punny.
Oh, here we go. The dad jokes have started already, 30 seconds in. Today's Friday, July 5th, 2019. I'm one of your hosts, Ken Pescatore. That's Adam Tuttle.
Hey, hi. How's everybody?
Dad jokes. Dad jokes, Adam Tuttle.
Thanks for joining us.
So a little bit of a break since our last recording. We had the 4th of July holiday, kind of pushed things back a bit. But Adam, I know you're excited, and I'm very excited too. We have a new podcast on the roster. Adam, why don't you let people know what's been going on?
So, I've been dying to talk about the TCG. I've been dying to get back into it. You know, it's been pulling at me, tugging, saying, hey, I'm still here. Insta Booster just wasn't cutting it. So, I'll still be doing Insta Booster. But on top of that, a new podcast called Special Conditions. It's a Pokemon TCG podcast all about like collecting, learning how to play the game from like ground zero, and also with a bit of competitive elements to it. And like we kind of talk about, you know, a specific card or a deck, you know, and kind of go over it and, you know, or highlight the art, you know, something. We're working on it. But yeah, check
really
us out. It's me and my
excited.
co-host, Josh Brown. So come on over, hit that subscribe button. I'm pretty sure you can find us at specialconditionstcg.com.
You can. All the info's up there. It's on PokemonProfessor.com, part of the network. It's going to have its own feed, and the feeds should be live in about a week or so. I think the Android, the Google Play, or Google Music, whatever it's called, that feed might actually be the first one live. So by the time you hear this, that feed could be up and running. So definitely check it out. Make sure you do a like and subscribe, and we'll get that feed cooking and going. I'm really psyched for Adam and Josh. Josh has a long history of podcasting, so this is really cool. Things have come full circle, and I'm really excited for you, Adam. I can't wait to see where this podcast goes.
Yeah, we're going far and wide.
Nice. All right, little housekeeping really quick. This podcast is powered by Patreon. Please check ours out over at patreon.com/PokemonProfessor, where you can support this show for as little as $1 a month. And that $1 will get you access to our patron-exclusive Discord, which is a fantastic place filled with fantastic people. And I want to give a huge shout-out to our show supporter tier patrons: Brittany J, Matt, M. Pitts, Terry, David, Chris, Sydney, Bacon L, The Noise, Harry, PokeNavBot, Purple Pancakes, Dem Gears Be Bangin', Lady Goobly Meat, Super Nerd Fox, Go Ranger Matt, Reversal, The Phoenix, and new for this week, Baker Boy and Jolt Switch. Wow.
What?
I know, right? And also,
that list is humongous.
Dude, shout out to Alex for actually upping his patronage up to the show supporter tier. And also, thanks to Heather, who joined at the Discord tier. So, a lot of activity over on Patreon. Thank you guys so incredibly much.
Thank you guys so much.
And a huge shout out to our executive producer, Paul Bott, and our Elite Four patron, Jessica Pfeiffer. Thank you guys so incredibly much. It means the world, and you're keeping the gears oiled, which is super important. We really do appreciate it. All right, on today's show, Pokémon Masters Direct happened last week. We'll break into that, talk about what we know so far. This game looks really, really awesome. It looks completely unique, very different. I'm very excited for it. Pokemon Go is celebrating its 3rd anniversary. There's also been some other leaks, APK mines, and a special Pokemon has been announced that's going to be coming in the coming weeks of July. We're going to take a quick look at the TCG and VGC North American International Championships, kind of run through that, what we saw. That stuff is available up on the YouTube channel, on Pokemon, the official Pokemon YouTube channel, so you can check out those matches. And we'll run down some of the latest products from Pokemon Center before watching along with To Master the Unexpected Pokemon Puns. That should be part of the...
That is the show.
Part of the title. To Master the Unexpected Pokemon Puns. That's part of the title. That's actually part of the title. All right, let's talk about this Direct, man. Did you get a chance to... I actually watched this live, which was pretty cool.
I didn't get a chance to see it live, but I did.
Yeah, it's not often I get a chance to see that. So that was pretty cool, and is exciting to see kind of how Twitter reacted in real time. But I'll put a link in the description. This is coming from the official Pokemon YouTube channel. We don't have a release date yet on the game, but it will be releasing this summer. It's free to start, which, you know, depending on your perspective, could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. But they released a really awesome trailer. They did, I think it was like an 8-minute direct where they showed a fully animated and voiced trailer showing tons of battles, tons of familiar faces, tons of characters, tons of Pokemon. It was high action. The game is going to be featuring past champions, Elite Four members, gym leaders, the protagonists from the games, even the rivals from the games. It was really awesome. So the Direct actually started, as they usually do, with Ishihara, the president and CEO of TPC. And then they kind of introduces the game, they show the trailer, and then it breaks into Yu Sasaki, who is the producer from DNA. DNA is the developer that does these other Nintendo-based games. They did Fire Emblem Heroes, they're doing Mario Kart World Tour. First of all, this guy, Yu Sasaki, has the most ridiculously amazing afro. I don't know if you saw.
Listen, his afro is killer,
bro. He needed like a pick with like a coughing head or something like that, like sticking out. It was the coolest.
That would be
thing.
Too fresh.
Yes, but he kind of breaks into like what the vibe of the general consensus of what the DNA was trying to accomplish with this game. And it really was an amazing kind of celebration of past heroes and past characters from the franchise, going all the way back to the beginning. So this is what we know so far. It's taking place on this man-made island called Paseo. The battles that are going to be in this game are fought 3v3. And the battles happen in real time, which is amazing. And the way it looks, and again, I'm just basing this off of what we're seeing. We didn't actually see someone tapping on the phone or doing anything like that, but we had, full screen grabs, is that you have 4 moves per Pokemon, and then you have 1 Pokemon per trainer. So if you're using Brock, you'll have, 1 Pokemon, Misty 1 Pokemon, and the moves kind of work on a cooldown system very similar to Pokemon Quest, where you would tap on a move, it would execute the move, and then you would see like this, pseudo timer kind of cooling the move off, and then when it came back, and it gets highlighted again, you can fire off the move again. So it looks really, really, really cool. Now, something I thought was interesting here was they didn't really mention how this is going to work in terms of multiplayer. It almost had some kind of thing like on the player card or on the game card screen where it kind of gives the rundown of the info on Pokemon.com. For player count, it says TBC, like to be determined or whatever. So I'm not sure how this is actually going to work out in multiplayer, but what do you think of this battle system? Because I know we have the Rumble game coming, which I know you said you weren't too excited about because it looked very, very stripped down. What do you think of this battle system? Does this kind of intrigue you at all?
I like this because it gives you a chance to fall back in love with those trainers and those gym leaders from past games where you forgot about them. They don't want you to forget about them.
What about the art style?
I love the art style.
Yeah, me too. I'm a fan.
Yeah, it looks really well made. I don't think they pulled any punches here. And to be honest, I really enjoy the fact that they allowed the trainers to actually have like moves. So you as a trainer can boost the attacks of your Pokemon. Yeah,
you can like cheer them on, something like that, and yeah, no, it looks very cool. Like as much as the Pokemon are important, as they would normally be in a Pokemon game, the trainer
is almost just as important.
Exactly, and that's kind of what's really cool because you're having a 3-on-3 battle, and each trainer has 1 Pokemon. That Pokemon is called it's a sync team is what they call it. So. Some of the combinations here of sync teams that we've seen is Red and Charizard, Blue and Pidgeot, Brock and Onix, Misty and Starmie. I mean, the list goes on. Claire and Kingdra, Brendan and Trico, Karina and Lucario. There's a bunch. Barry and Piplup.
I wish Iris was with Axew.
Well, look, they can only choose one. So and who knows? This is what we've just visibly seen. So maybe there will be some variations to it. I saw somewhere, just floating around Reddit that there was something like 40-something characters, 50-something characters available in the game, which would mean that there's 40, 50 Pokemon associated with those trainers that are going to be in the game. I don't know what the count is going to end up being, but you form teams of 3. So you could have like a team of Red, Brock, and Misty, you know what I mean? Which is pretty cool.
That would be cool.
And it looks like there's almost like Z moves. You have like what they call a sync move, where I don't know if it needs to be unlocked. I don't know how it's going to work.
It's behind a paywall. No.
Well, look. If
maybe.
You look at something like Super Mario Run, right? So that game was $10, and that was pretty much it. Even like Miitomo, when Miitomo came out, it was very difficult to spend money in that game. Like, there wasn't a lot going on. Same thing with sort of like with Pocket Camp. Fire Emblem, it was a little bit more, overt with the payment. So who knows how this is going to be with paying, if you're going to be able to buy moves, or I don't know how that's going to work. But Nintendo typically isn't one to be like really over the top when it comes to making you spend money. I don't know how that's going to work, but I'm really excited for this game.
Yeah, because they know they're going to get it elsewhere, you know?
Yeah, right. I mean, but this game looks awesome. The music looks amazing. It sounds amazing. The graphics look amazing. I like that it's taking place on its own island. It's got its own thing going, and I'm pretty hyped for it. I mean, it's weird that we haven't seen the Rumble game come out yet. Like, I don't know what the delay is on that. I would have thought that would have been out already, but
yeah, it's like I feel like we have been gone for a little while, but, we're coming back strong. But last time we talked, we were talking about it.
Yeah. And
it feels like
they said this is coming in the summer. We're already halfway through the summer. So where's Rumble fit into this? Like, I just don't know. I don't know if these are going to come out at the same time. It's like they're going to be competing with themselves. It's kind of weird. But
maybe that's what they want.
I don't know. But definitely check out the video of the Direct. It was really exciting to watch, and I just think that this game has its own thing going, and it's going to appeal to, not just your general, mobile player, but people that have had, they're pulling on the nostalgia bug from the 3DS, all the way back to the Game Boy. So I think
that's such a good point, because they're kind of moving away from the 3DS. So all those DS games are kind of going by the wayside for now.
Yep.
Wow,
So,
I didn't even think about that.
It's just a matter of time before everything eventually comes to the phone. They got to battle the emulators somehow. So they got to bring these at least these characters or these worlds, to mobile. The future is mobile. So, but I'm very excited about it. I have a feeling before the end of August, this thing will be on our devices, and we'll all be playing it. So we'll have to see how that goes. But I'm super excited. All right, let's jump over to Pokemon Go really quick. Of course, this train is running out of control. We're pretty much just wrapping up the 3rd anniversary event. Back on the 27th was they announced this 3rd anniversary event where they had like all the Alolan Pokemon became shiny, available. Party Hat Pikachu came back. There was new special research that gives you tons of XP and Stardust. There was new raid bosses. Trading costs were reduced. And you can't not mention that in the 3rd anniversary promo image, they teased the Gen 5 starters, which is the same thing they did last year with the Gen 4 starters on the anniversary. So that's really excited. And then
they hid Team Rocket behind a tree.
All right, let's jump over to this really quick, because Team Rocket is, I think that we're going to start to see them play a pretty significant role in Pokemon Go going forward. We over on Lured Up, our Pokemon Go show, we talked about the 0.147.0 update. That was last week. Now the 147.1 APK mine has kind of happened, and in here is a ton of new game mechanics involving Team Rocket. They're talking about shadow Pokemon, purification of Pokemon, very similar to what we saw in XD and Coliseum from the Ore region with Cypher and all that. But now they're kind of not mentioning Cypher or Snag'em. They're kind of mentioning Team Rocket in place, and I understand why they would do this, just for marketing reasons and branding. Like, people recognize Team Rocket, but that it's a whole new doorway to mechanics that is coming to go through this Team Rocket mechanic. I am fired up, but nothing's been official yet. Nothing's been announced yet. This is all in the APK mine. Definitely check out Lured Up if you want to hear more about this, because we're going to be talking about it a ton, because there's a lot cooking, a lot going on. And then
that's a metric ton?
1 metric ton. Then yesterday they announced Armored Mewtwo coming as a Tier 5 raid boss in Pokemon Go. This is kind of in celebration of the Mewtwo Strikes Back Evolution movie that's coming out. And they're dropping a new trailer. There's an anime con in Japan going on right now where that's going to be showing the new trailer. So this is kind of in conjunction with that. Now, what's interesting, and Adam, obviously, we've seen this on our show just a couple episodes ago, actually.
We watched the trailer for it.
Yeah, but Armored Mewtwo, the armor is there to suppress Mewtwo's power. So it's not like he's actually enhanced from the armor. When Giovanni, was kind of manipulating Mewtwo, he put the armor on him so that way Mewtwo wouldn't, escape. He was really doing it to control him. So when we saw Mewtwo in Pokemon Go previously, he was an EX raid boss, and he had 60,000 something CP. Now we're going to see him as a standard Tier 5 boss, even though we did see that as a promotion, one time before as well. But Armored Mewtwo is going to have, I think, something like 49,000 CP. So his power will be a little bit less than what we saw as an EX boss, but it's in the styling of Mewtwo Strikes Back Evolution, which is this way over the top, super, like, last time we talked about it, I said it looked like a Gundam. Like, it's just like, it looks like a mech.
He is fully modded out.
What do you think of the design, though? Is it too much?
I think, most Go players, are a lot of the newer ones. This is their first game, so they don't really know too much, So seeing an armored Mewtwo,
yep,
and the only like relation they're
really
going to have
sweet-looking Pokemon,
is the fact that it's a sweet-looking Pokemon. And let's be honest, we all want Party Hat Wurmple, so that's kind of the route that I feel we're taking.
We're going to have to wait for the 4th anniversary for Party Hat Wurmple, because they didn't give it to us again for 3rd anniversary. So we're going to have to wait a whole nother year. Maybe they'll listen. It's like, what would you rather have, Armored Mewtwo or Party Hat Wurmple?
Party Hat Wurmple.
Represent Party Hat Wurmple. But no,
if it was the original Armored Mewtwo, then maybe.
Yes, this is definitely the new style. It's way more elaborate than the original Armor Mewtwo that we saw, just a couple episodes ago, when, Ash battled Giovanni. But this is happening July 10th through July 31st. It'll be appearing in Tier 5 raids. There will be raid hours every Wednesday, 6 to 7 p.m. local time. So that's really your time to take advantage of it and, pick up a bunch of these Mewtwo's. You can't go wrong. I just don't know how the stats are going to kind of roll out. I'm sure sooner or later, GoHub or Game Press or, someone is going to have the stats up there so we can see how this thing compares to the Mewtwo that are already in our inventory. But any way you look at it, Mewtwo is fun. It's exciting. And I know that the, Discords and everything are going to be blowing up again, and people are going to be out there raiding because they're going to want this. So it's good any way you look at it. I'm excited.
Yeah. One of my old raid buddies, if you will, he came into my store today and he's like, wait, what? Armored Mewtwo? And I was just telling him about it, and he's like, whoa, I'm going to have to start raiding again.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
I think that's one of the big challenges that Niantic has, where it's something that's unique to the Pokemon Go scenario, and I guess mobile gaming at large, because the people that are playing the 3DS game, they'll pick it up, and they'll either have this slow burn where they're going to be playing it over the course of a couple months, or they're going to have a couple weeks where they play really hardcore and knock it out. But, they play it for a while. Where with Pokemon Go, I've definitely seen trends of people coming and going from the game. It's like, I'm getting bored of it. I'm going to stop playing. I'll move on to something else. And then when there's a cool update like this, then they come back. So that's got to be a pretty unique challenge that Niantic is faced with pretty consistently. Because I've just heard that so often, like, okay, I'll come back to the game for this, or the new Shiny's released, I'll come back, because that's kind of that game that they have to play. But yeah, this will definitely draw people back in, because this is big news. This is exciting. All right, Adam, I know you're into this. Let's go over to the North American International Championships. and we'll talk about the TCG really quick. Who won first place? Stefan Ivanov?
NAIC, North American International Championships just got done. Stefan Ivanov got first place. He was playing a Zoroark GX variant with I believe it was Persian and Dugong to kind of take, which is brutal. It has that dual splash attack, does 60 damage to 2 bench Pokemon or 2 Pokemon in general. It's brutal in the right circumstance. So if somebody tries to bring something to bench and hide, it can just take a knockout. Just opening up the options for Zoroark even more. But yeah, Emery Taylor got second place. He was playing Pikarom.
But isn't Zoroark rotating out?
Yes. Yeah, this is its last major tournament.
So I kind of did a little digging here, and I this is something that Pokemon.com was kind of featuring, and something I found out that this Zoroark card, the Zoroark GX, was used in 20 of the regional championship winning decks, 5 of the 8 international championship winning decks, and last year was in the world's winning deck. So this card was dominant over this past format. And it's going to be pretty interesting to see, to have one of the, the major players kind of rotate out, and especially going into Worlds where the actual change is taking place right, the weekend.
Yeah, the
before.
format changes. Unified Minds comes out, and that's the only things you get. I mean, I've been messing around with Worlds format, and so far it's really tough. It's it's finding that balance between consistency and being able to play the game.
Yeah, well, I think we're going to start to slowly see the cards that are rotating out start to find their replacements and things like that. But, these major player cards, it is interesting because a lot of people have built their entire season off of a card that could potentially, they're not going to be able to play at Worlds. So they get all the way to Worlds running a Zoroark deck, and then they can't use it at Worlds. So that's pretty wild.
It really makes the players have to rely on their deck building skills.
So last night when, 4th of July, I'm sitting around and eating dinner with my son, and we're put on YouTube, and we started watching some of the VGC, and I originally wanted to watch the TCG battles, and I was like, oh man, I put on the VGC by accident, hold on, let me switch, and my son's like, no way, this is awesome. And we started watching it, and we saw Wolf Glick's match against Graham Amity, this was the finals, and Celesteela, man, this was pretty exciting to watch, and I don't really spend too much time watching these matches, and I was amped up. Have you ever watched the VGC side? That's something that I usually don't do.
So most Worlds, when they are on stream, I do in fact watch I just have it on the entire time. So I definitely partake in watching the VGC, and it really makes you want to play competitively so bad. But then you grab your game and you're like, all that IV training and all this stuff. There's no way.
It's so different. The dynamic of building a team is so different. When it comes to VGC versus TCG, it's all right, I can buy the cards I need and be done with it. Where it's VGC, you're searching for Pokemon with the right natures and breeding and all this good stuff, and it's oh man. It's so I would imagine that there's such a time barrier to entry on the VGC where the TCG is more of a financial barrier to entry. But
yeah, it's you could trade somebody for that natured, whatever Pokemon, but to get it to the right IVs,
that's
crazy. A lot of time.
But it was definitely exciting, and even seeing the graphics on the 3DS, it was still exciting to see those animations and stuff. So, but I learned a lot just watching a couple matches, and it was just ironic because I didn't plan on watching the VGC. It just kind of happened. But it was cool. But yeah, Wolf Glick, he actually swept in the finals, which was pretty exciting. There was also a lot of Xerneas and Primal Groudon being paired together, but the Celesteela with Heavy Slam was pretty much the dominant force in Wolf's lineup. It was exciting. And when is Worlds?
Those matchups are not a joke. Those are intense matches. whether it be VGC or TCG. Like, they're intense.
When is Worlds? Isn't it coming like
It
really?
is August 13th through the 16th.
Oh man, 16th through the 18th. 16th through the 18th.
16th through the 18th
in DC. So this is crazy, man. It's going to be here like very soon. So make sure you subscribe to the Pokemon channels on Twitch because they're going to be streaming all the different stuff. And I know Pokken Tournament's still a thing. That's still going. You know, my son actually digs that game a lot, but I don't know. It was a little too funky for me. It was not my thing. I never caught on to it. But definitely check that stuff out. All right, one more thing before we go into our watch along. Let's talk about some of the new releases over at Pokémon Center. And there's some good stuff here, man. I was pretty excited to see this because I talk about it a lot. I love plushes. I love little plushes. There was a whole line of the Pokemon dolls that's been going on for a couple years now. They just released a whole bunch of new ones, including
There's a
Mew.
wicked cute Psyduck.
The Psyduck is amazing. The Zorora is amazing. Lucario is awesome. But then, just a couple days ago, they released this Psyduck Bewildered Set, which is Psyduck pins, water bottle playmat, a book bag, all over print shirt, and a varsity jacket. So it's like a full line of this absolutely ridiculous Psyduck print, which this all over print shirt, dude, I am like I could never wear it except if I was doing like a stream or something. So it's like I get it. I'm like, oh man, it's just like it's like you would look like a walking cartoon wearing it. It's like the Slowpokes and Magikarp on it and all this stuff. But
it's
really,
kind of
really
like
cool.
a comic strip.
Yeah, very, very cool. Check out PokemonCenter.com. Spend your money there. You know, back to school. You need new school gear, right? So buy this and wear it on your first day of school, and you can fly that Pokemon flag very proudly and back to school. Like you walk in with this ridiculous Psyduck shirt. Yes, this is who I is.
And from far away, it looks like a Nicktoons T-shirt with just all the Saturday cartoons all over it. So
It's
you
ridiculous.
could probably get away with it.
It's totally ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. All right, let's take a break really quick. When we come back, we'll watch our watch along with To Master the Unexpected. We'll be back right after these words and get into this watch along. See ya in a minute. 1 minute later. And we're back from our break. Thanks so much for that. All right, we have our Amazon Prime video queued up. We're going to be watching along with To Master the Unexpected. This originally aired in Japan on November 19th, 1998 as episode 71. U.S. air date October 11th, 1999 as episode 69. Adam, you ready to get the show started?
Oh, I am.
All right, let's start this thing in 3, 2, 1, and go. So, the way Amazon kind of has this broken out is in like groups of 12 episodes, and this is like season 2 group 2, so we're kind of like in the middle of the second grouping of episodes per Amazon. What did I just see that they were releasing some kind of anime thing on? Oh no, it was Detective Pikachu is going to be coming out on Blu-ray. And I was like, yo, Pokemon's actually doing something on Blu-ray for once. They're moving away from DVD.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, if they were to put the Pokemon the series on Blu-ray, it would still be like a ton of discs.
Yep. I don't know. I feel like if they just gave it to us, we would buy it.
Would we, though? Because we have it on Amazon.
Oh, yeah.
Pokémon.
Yeah, okay,
This is now like the 10th episode in a row that starts with battle theme music.
Ash is behind in his training, but he's working hard to catch up. I think.
Ultra Cheese.
I choose you, Hitmonchan!
yeah, the narrator comes in. He's like, all right, I think Ash is doing some training.
Oh, there's Bruno's Hitmonchan.
Ash
So-
and Brock are just...
Yeah, well, we see Bruno here, which is cool.
Thunder Punch attack!
Bruno looks like a Brock on steroids.
Hey, turn it back on! This is no time for you to be watching TV. Aren't you ever gonna stop goofing off and start training, Ash? That's just
So
Everybody's got loafers on.
I was gonna say they're all wearing like wabakis.
watching him is so that we can try.
But I like how they're trying to play it off like like they're studying like videotape like a football team or something. Like they're actually working on it.
Wow, those secrets must be really secret.
The Elite Four must have discovered some secret of Pokemon, and that's what makes them such powerful trainers.
And that's why I want Bruno to teach me the secret so I
So-
can be a
Oh,
great trainer like him.
there's Ash wanting that secrets.
Well, this is kind of the plot unfolding here. So they're looking up to Bruno. It's interesting that he has fighting Pokemon, and you know, it's like Ash doesn't.
The secret training spot is someplace on Mount Hideaway.
Mom, don't make dinner because we're going to Mount
Mom,
Hideaway.
don't
So-
make dinner.
Like, what's Mom's deal here? Like, why does Mom like know the Poke facts?
Well, she's in with the in crowd.
She's in with Professor Oak.
Guys, looks like Mount Hideaway is only 7 or 8 miles from here.
It's only 7 or 8 miles.
Hurry up, let's get going.
And Ash and Brock are just completely exhausted.
For a while if you want to.
I wouldn't mind that.
Misty is the trooper, yo. Misty does not give up this entire
Well,
series.
well, she's in short shorts, a crop top, and suspenders, and Ash and Brock both have jackets and pants on.
Here we are.
So you gotta imagine they're probably sweating
Pokemon training
non-stop.
training somewhere on this
She's like,
mountain?
oh, I'm just cool.
I love this little old lady.
I hear tell of a trio of wandering wastrels cavorting with Pokemon in these parts. And
I thought she was gonna turn into a Ghastly at first.
Whoa!
So
Those rats
obviously
can't figure
we know who she's talking about right out of the gate, you know.
These are pretty tasty.
But she thought that Team Rocket stole the meatballs, but it was in fact Ash and Brock.
Have to beat eating muskrat meatballs.
And Togepi.
And they're eating muskrat meatballs, by the way, which is nasty.
Them again.
So she like set up like these wind chimes. Yo, I don't want to mess with her.
Back here, you poaching polecats. I'll teach you to move my fiddles. Those aren't polecats.
Prepare for trouble, whippersnapper.
Oh,
It's so
the
ridiculous.
mustache is real.
But it's like they don't hide the hair at all.
The Team Rocket's playing Wizards Unite right now.
Yes, with AR. All right, so this is ridiculous. The first time I was watching this back, I was like, did I do something wrong to the audio? It's like he fast
Meowth
forwards
just had a
through it. It
remote.
changes the pitch, but not the speed.
I think I bit my tongue.
Those lame disguises don't fool us.
He just hit. He got the remote from Click.
I'm sorry to disappoint
Yes.
you.
No, but he didn't speed it up.
Back to the basics.
Since we always seem to lose to you twerps, we decided to seek poke enlightenment by living as
Poke
part of hermits.
Enlightenment.
Okay,
Oh my goodness.
puns,
We didn't even bring any money for food.
wordplay.
We're living off the land as nature intended.
No, you're living off robbing old ladies' muskrat meatballs.
I'll teach you, you ancient mooses.
Look at her.
And Muskrat. Are those just Rattata meatballs? Is this breaking the fourth wall? That's a lot of meatballs.
You really showed them.
sacks of
It's an old.
meatballs?
Yeah, it's an old lady delibird.
Yes. Then I reckon
Yes.
some of the
She's
giant
got a
onyx
sack
up
full of
yonder.
treats.
Giant onyx? Yeah. Round so good for growing round these parts. Onyx jump up like fiddleheads.
All right, so this is kind of the plot unfurling here. They're talking about the giant onyx that's they're able to grow in this area.
Don't worry, nothing, Missy. Those onyx may be overgrown, but they're as gentle as can be.
So clearly, title of the episode: Onyx, the Unexpected.
We've walked for hours and we haven't seen one sign of Bruno or
Well,
one
you have to
sign
go
of
7 or
Onyx.
8 miles, Brock.
What is it?
See down there? It looks like there's some kind of road.
So I wonder.
This is
It's
no
just a
road.
quarter pipe or a half
know.
pipe.
Some kind of track.
I wonder
Get your
how
snowboard.
big
Really big.
a normal onyx is compared to an onyx that can create this in the earth.
Something's coming.
It's Dynamaxed.
Oh no. He's like, move, kids, get out the way.
Well, there's your giant onyx.
Go, Brock. Let's see your onyx.
Before we get crushed.
I like how they run away, but they stay in the channel.
I'd love to study what makes the onyx grow so big up here.
Maybe you can if we survive.
Get in the ball, Togepi.
It's gaining on us. Oh, we're
And Togepi's just laughing. Like,
I know. It's like,
oh, wow.
wee. So that thing is huge.
Wow, that was close.
Are you all okay?
Yes, thanks to you.
With you two.
It's really him.
So look how massive he is. He's like this giant, humongous man.
Well, the Onyx grow big. The people grow big.
My
He's straight
pectoral
out of Street
muscles grow
Fighter.
big.
Is there a reason you're following
He's
me?
twice the size of Brock.
Please help him. You see, our friend's training for the Pokemon League competition. He does things without thinking, and sometimes he's not too smart. But he's serious about Pokemon, and he could really use your help, sir. Ash, ask him for his help, will ya?
It's pretty funny.
Please,
And
He
they both
gets
get down
on his
their
knees.
Come on, do it right.
please, I really need your help.
Please, Master Bruno.
Misty is
please
just
help
not
me.
Yeah,
impressed.
Togepi is like the comic relief, still just like cracking up.
Do everything I tell you to do?
Are we?
Creeper.
Yes, sir.
Everything.
He's like, come into my cave. Alone.
This is like this kind of reminded me of like a Mr. Miyagi kind of thing.
Pokemon training.
It has a lot to do with it.
Is obviously
Buckets of water is a
Bruno's
perfect
just
show of
like
physical strength up.
taking advantage of Brock and Ash right now, making them do chores.
Outer equilibrium. Oh.
How's that working out for you, Ash?
Guess I need to work on the equal whatchamacallit.
Couldn't they just
equal
have like
whatchamacallit?
Squirtle spit
Next,
water?
Split some wood.
What is the meaning of splitting wood?
Yeah.
Splitting
But would
wood
that be
is
like
a firm
spit?
grip, and that is a firm
Can you
foundation
drink
for any trainer.
water gun?
Bleh.
He won with the wood.
Look at that axe, dude. Yo,
Oh my god.
Ash is straight up out to get Misty right now.
Guess your head got in the way.
Next, you must carry these stones up this hill.
Okay.
Why wouldn't you use your Pokemon to help you?
If you can control physical nature, you can control your own inner nature as well.
Yeah,
One,
bend
it's
at the
like
knees.
one stone at a time. Like, just why don't you call your Onix out? I'm telling you, he's out to get
Peel
Misty.
the bark off this twig.
Okay. What's this for?
Something important. Must be some kind of lesson.
It's like the most Brock thing ever to say.
Clean as a whistle, Master Bruno. What lesson does it teach us?
It teaches an important lesson you must always remember. If you're ever
Troll.
going to go camping, bring a fork.
Troll.
Just breaks it into some
Like it.
chopsticks.
That's hilarious.
Tastes better with chopsticks.
That doesn't
Bruno's
seem
the same
like a
size
lesson.
as Brock when he's sitting down.
Seem pretty phony to me. I don't think he knows any Pokemon secret.
I can't believe you two are doubting how great Master Bruno is.
Yeah,
He's so
show him Brock.
confident that he'll sense my attack and react like lightning.
The sound effect.
Master, show them your lightning speed.
All right. Look at the lump. Look at the lump.
That hurt.
Oh, Master?
You just knocked him out?
You want to learn the secret of Pokemon?
Brock is lucky that he didn't get like completely whooped.
There is no secret.
You mean you didn't come to Mount Hideaway so you could keep the Pokemon secret secret?
The only reason I came up to this mountain was to try to catch the biggest and baddest of all the giant Onix that live up here. It's no secret that you've got to capture strong Pokemon
So-
to become a strong Pokemon trainer like me.
This kind of plays into like the stupid strongman kind of thing. Like I go to, I pick things up, I put them down.
Shattered.
Yeah, I just want the biggest.
It's like don't meet your heroes, you know what I mean? Because when you do, you're gonna get let down.
Catch the biggest giant
Yep.
Onix we can find
I
and
will-
we'll be as strong as the Elite Four trainer.
I will attest to that.
To do any Pokemon training.
I think that might be the first time that the Elite Four was mentioned. It's Pikachu.
It's Fish Cat with spoons.
By that Onix?
Yeah, it must be humongous. The only way we could capture that thing is by total surprise.
Good one, Meowth.
All right, so now You gotta love this, and it's been a while since we've seen like real firepower from Team Rocket, but typically they bust out the arsenal. So they have like a 2-person bazooka they're rocking right now.
Do is wait for that rocky reptile to show its petrified puss.
The whole earth is just shattering.
Rock and roll.
So this is like the biggest one, I guess. It's like, it really is like Dynamax proportion.
Let's forget it!
We came here to bag an Onyx, and that's what we're going to do.
James is the best.
Oh well, I guess Bruno didn't really have any big secret of Pokemon after all.
Yeah, but all the chores got done.
Maybe that's just what he tells all the trainers who want to find out what the secret is.
Don't bet on it.
They should have put in like a more of like a homage to Karate Kid. Yo, they shoot him in the face with rockets.
Since I was a top.
Good aims, James!
You wouldn't like me when I'm angry, James.
Yeah, and it's like Meowth knows what he's gonna say. So like, why isn't Meowth translating? Head for the cave, yet he just dug through the ground. What makes you think he wouldn't try to follow you?
Suspend the disbelief, man.
Hyper beam. Oh, just kidding. Now he can't get through the dirt? Like what? I don't understand. Onyx, use pet.
Those voices!
We gotta help him.
It's Onyx versus Onyx!
So this is
Good
cool
one.
because you can see the size difference here.
Pokemon are weak against water Pokemon.
Shah.
Where's Psyduck? The one time you want Psyduck to
Yeah,
pop
right.
out, it doesn't.
Squirtle, I choose you.
Go, level 1 Pokemon. I have a Starmie that's stronger, and I won't use it.
Tackle attack!
Look at the size difference.
He just bounces right off.
This kind of talks to Ash's character though, that he clearly sees that Team Rocket's in trouble and doesn't take the back seat. He's like, no, we got to help them. They're actually going to get hurt.
Squirtle helps.
Right. Okay, Squirtle, water gun. Squirtle.
Yeah, like why not bring the Starmie out also?
I think it's working.
It must be out of water.
I'm parched.
Jesse, James, now's our chance to run for it!
They've already left him. Oh my god.
Brilliant.
Ahead of you, Meowth.
Huh? Hold it!
After like the touching moments they had last week's episode, we were like, how they care about Meowth so much. They leave him in the dust. Oh,
I guess that's
The end of our tale! Looks like Team Rocket's
Nice pun.
busting off again!
Because you got tail swiped.
how come Onyx doesn't say Onyx?
I've seen a lot of Onyx before.
He goes,
I've never seen one nearly as powerful as this one.
Ash does like a front flip off the cliff.
This Onyx is about ready to eat Ash.
Well, where's Bruno this whole time?
No use.
Oh, good one, Pikachu. You've already learned the lesson from Brock. That doesn't work.
Pikachu, electric attacks don't work against
Well,
rock
you need a
Pokemon.
bucket of water and then do it.
Pikachu, watch out. Oh.
Look, he's ready to die there.
Yeah, Bruno's like a monkey man. 2 back jumps, and he's up off the cliff. Like what?
Saved us.
Look, they're all right.
Master Bruno!
Recall your Pokemon. I'll handle this one myself.
Whatever you say. Squirtle, return.
Squirtle's
Squirtle's
petrified.
terrified.
Onyx, return!
Onyx is like, wow. I can't believe I got beat.
Master, are you gonna use one of your fighting Pokemon now?
And what kind
He's
of
like,
attack
I
are
don't
you
have any
gonna use?
Pokeballs on me.
Are you gonna tell us your secret?
My pants are too tight.
Use no Pokemon.
getting deep. This is where it gets deep, man.
Onyx! Why are you acting this way?
He ain't scared.
Dude, you can't talk to Pokemon.
Why are you attacking me?
He actually wouldn't even have to use words. He could just, like, feel.
Yeah, you could just grunt back at it.
This looks bad.
I don't know why he's not using his Pokemon.
Where are his Pokeballs, Brock? That's like, why are you hitting yourself? That's Bruno's secret all along. Just make the Pokemon knock itself out in confusion.
Master Bruno!
Please be careful. Look at that Onyx.
Leave it up to Misty to mention Onyx's size.
Onyx, there's no reason to fear me.
Is that a tear?
Please let me know what you are feeling.
There's no reason to fear me. I'm just twice the size of a normal human, just like you're twice the size of a normal Onyx.
So it's like, I just, you know, we just got to go with it.
Why are you touching his rock? Yep, that rock seems fine.
What's this?
Reaches inside the Onyx.
Onyx, this will only hurt for a moment.
It'll only
This will
for a
hurt me
moment.
more than it hurts you.
So you're what
Like-
So a random
I know.
Sandslash was hiding inside.
Sandslash, the mouse Pokemon.
I mean, I get it. It seems feasible. 10-year-old me gets it, understands it. But the Sandslash, I think, would have been dead.
You should be fine now, Onyx.
I mean, I don't know how hollow Onyx
What
is.
do you think, Onyx?
It
Or if it has
reminded
any
me of,
organs.
Me?
like, the Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer, like the stop-motion one, when the abominable snowman had, like, the bad tooth.
Oh,
And he
yes,
was
yep.
giving everyone a lot of, like, you know, so much trouble because he had the pain, and then as soon as the pain went away, it was all better.
Bruno, somehow you could feel that Sandslash was hurting Onyx.
Wait, where did you
Please
get that
tell us what your
Pokeball?
Pokemon secret is.
I already
I have it
told
in
you.
a secret pocket.
There are no secrets.
Please tell us, Master Bruno. We can keep a secret.
I'll only tell you the secret if you don't keep it.
I'll only tell you the secret if you do the dishes.
If there really is a secret to Pokemon, it's only this. Humans and Pokemon must live and work and share this world together. And they must care for each other, just like you and
Aw, life lessons.
I look forward to the day when we face each other in battle, Ash.
So do I.
Be well.
Why not right now, you punk?
Look at him jump.
He was the real deal after
He was
all.
the
And
real
he knew
feel.
secret all along.
Oh, that laugh, Ash. Oh my god.
And so, Ash and his friends learn a very special secret from a
So they
very
learn a
special
special
trainer.
secret from a very special
Pokemon
trainer, but
competition moves one day
does this,
closer.
like, are other trainers that are in the Pokemon League actually training right now?
They're just in a gym, battling other trainers.
I think things are looking sort of rocky, don't you?
These Pokemon couldn't be bold.
So those are all normal size, right? Or are they big too?
Yep, these Pokemon couldn't be more bolder.
Don't go away.
Because it's a rock. It's a rock joke. All those puns.
All right. Well, what'd you think, man? It's cool that we see Bruno, but
Yeah, it was pretty far-fetched. I don't know. Aside from the puns, I don't know if this was like an awesome episode or not.
like, it didn't. I mean, at least they're getting self-aware that they're going episode to episode without Ash training in any way. You know what I mean? Like they're at least they're making knowledge of it and kind of roasting themselves about it, because it's like how does he expect to get good if he's just constantly not training? Well, I guess he's learning by experience, but really though, seriously. I don't know. What'd you think?
Not my favorite.
All right. Let's move on, folks. Not our favorite episode. We saw Bruno. He was big. Onix was big. I have a booster. It's Unbroken Bonds.
I have a booster. It's Celestial Storm.
I've pulled really bad cards the past couple weeks. So, I'm due. And I'm going first. Here we go. Trainer, Pokegear 3.0. Moline.
That's a good one.
Giovanni's Exile. Lickitung. Venonat. Spearow. Jigglypuff. Krabby. My reverse is a Cubone. Non-hollow Gengar.
Oh my god, the suspense you just did was killing me.
God, why? At least get an Onix.
Well, I don't know if I can get an Onix in this one.
I don't know what's in that set either.
Okay. I got a Shuppet. This is Celestial Storm. Mudkip. Begone. Whismur. Trico. Minun. Tate and Liza. Cacturn. My reverse holo is a Trico. And my rare is a Blaziken GX. Non-full art. Or hyper rare, but it's still a GX. What?
You downplayed it so much. You're like non-full out, full art, or secret rare. Look, dude, that's a GX. That's still legit.
It's a GX. It's a win.
That's awesome. Blaziken, my dude.
Blaziken, my dude.
All right, I feel better about things now. Definitely put a picture of that up on Instagram. I feel better about that now. All right, cool. All right, guys. Well, that's pretty much going to wrap up today's show. Thank you so much for checking us out. Please shoot us an email, info@gottawatchemall.com. You can also send us a voicemail, 732-835-8639. Check out gottawatchemall.com for everything that we're doing. Check out the network over at PokemonProfessor.com. Other than that, Adam, you got anything else?
No. Just go check out Special Conditions when it launches.
Oh, yes.
And we'll see you over there, too.
All right, cool, guys. Thank you so much. Keep training, trainers. We'll see you next week.